we'll see here and now. Izu's been an absolute monster, whether he's on that Yoru or here on this Omen as well. ZETA Division not wasting any time, already pushed up on here onto short. Quick contact between Carpe and teammate. Paranoia does push them back. Very huge use on that, on the scanning and everything, and Def chases down the kill. Izu does get the contact. Heron already here on Heaven does get a couple of frags, important frags, that gives access for ZETA on that A site. A quick plant for follow. X-Grid and Rossi remain to get that retake.
Planted.
Already so quick into sight, and with that, I mean, how do you retake? You got the Cypher, you got the Viper, and it's not going to be the easiest task in the world, right? You might be able to clear some corners, but when it comes down to the gunplay, ZETA's neatly tucked away inside of Hell. They walk through and, well, Sugar Zero.
True.
Up this team a little bit more, so now they have these protocols and really aggressive takes where they just are able to push in and melt through. Even in this one, yes, it's an anti-eco, but Depp is that much more confident just to go in along with it.
Yeah, Hitteron's been hitting them flashes from here on out. Here on run. I'm losing my mind a little bit because it is the last series, but going back into things, quick little dash in from Depp, picks him up to 3K as Rossi falls down.
Here.
All up to X-Current. A little peek on Heaven though. Peekaboo, I see you. Marshall in hand. Extra tag or anything, not gonna happen. Only Euron as a
veteran. Yeah. They got the star players, you get X-Current.
To be fair, Coach Alex did say that comparing it to last year, everyone's upgraded, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. Is ZETA's upgrade that much more powerful? And I'm really impressed to see if that is the case. We know how strong Depp is, and yes, he's still opening a lot of it, but I'm very curious to see what Hiroran and Yuran have in store for us.
Absolutely. You can already see
You've been talking about them, right?
Absolutely, yeah, exactly. I've been watching a couple of the games with Hiroran, and I mean, there is potential. I wasn't, like, blown away, but there is potential on the man himself. I was about to say this, side player is pushed up all the way on Sabrosa.
Whoa!
And wallbang for wallbang. We've seen two different weapons actually get that. Shots through the wall and everything. X-Current still holding the angle here. And again, a very vocal player on that fade, right, over the Sova. It's just because you have so much more staying power with the C's over the shop darts. Any case, there's a quick little push in. Nobody willing to go and dash right in as that snake bite, and basically like 3 people of T1 is already here. Izu's finding contact on Hiroran. A couple of pop shots through the walls here, forcing TP away. Depp's got his blades. He's got to create some contact right now. Spots one in front of Rossi. Rossi's just too good. That generator has turned into his domain, his kingdom, leaving Laz in a very unsightly and unsavory position. You know, the players that came from a different league had to transition into Valorant, and now he is looking well at home.
It's been a year.
It has been.
He's adjusting. I like the idea of the fade. And it definitely works out on defense as well. You know, the C's can give you so much. But off of an eco now, ZETA still trying to get an idea for how T1, really defends.
Bring them down.
They're trying to fish for a kill, but T1's just not giving them that satisfaction. I mean, if ZETA wants any form of contact, they have to go into the domain here of T1. Speaking of which, though, Ross and Izu, right then and there, quick, close on the contact. Depp was able to dash right in, but I don't know how much impact he can actually do, so he just leaves the site and starts to create some tempo here on Heaven. It's going to be very risky, but he has to do this by himself and leave his team to fend off on their own. And it does work out to some extent, but he is on an island right now, Quack. Gets the first one, but Saya player shuts him up very quickly.
Now with it up still looming over their heads, ZETA Division just trying to position themselves safely enough. Laz tucked away in the A main. He's got to make use of that play just right up next to Sugar Zero, because if not, it's easy for T1 to find these 2-on-1s.
Turret is available for Laz here. Whoa! barely misses into the reactionary position.
He's buying time.
He is. Sugar Zero on switch, swings right out. Carby's very quick on that trade. Laz risking his life to get that contact, has to swing out. Carby's gonna be able to maybe have the spike here. No, he does not. That should be just be about that. And Laz perfectly cool, calm. Yeah.
Holds off that operator. That's the thing. So
Oh, yeah, true.
buys up now. T1 on the half buy.
T1's very adamant about that this mid control. Because every time they don't get that mid control, Zeta's somehow always knocking on A short or somewhere, right? And those are the rounds that Zeta has gotten pretty successful on. Okay, Null Command. Harvey's been spotted actually coming around the corner here. He could be in a bad spot.
Oh, Depp.
Boy, does he. Depp now holding the angle. Fragment activated so that Depp can cross a little bit more peacefully into the site. Excurate, very vocal player of T1, gets a bit of powwow, but only good for the one. But I mean, that's Depp, so step in the right direction here as T1 forced to go for this retake. Looking quickly into the minimap, one holding B main. Side player is on the lurk. If he can get Laz, the pinch could be better here for T1.
Such an interesting retake toxic screen, exactly. Side player, of course, then he would have the Blade Storm up as well, but you gotta watch out for that alarm bot. He knows it's there. Timing is crucial. Going along with the team now.
Yo!
There it is.
There it is indeed, and here comes the offense right now for T1. Do they still have enough time though, or can they only just let Zeta Division hold the angle here? Euron popping shots through the smoke, and boy is he blind, but he is not going to miss a beat.
Knocked Zeta down. T1 was a team that denied Zeta Masters Tokyo, so if Zeta can actually win this, that would be huge.
So it is some form of retribution.
Little bit.
All right, I like it. Storyline, setup, revenge arc. I mean, not guaranteed, but we are seeing a possibility here. That being said, though,
for the revenge arc.
True. That being said, though, both of the initiators for T1 and Zeta have been very good at utilizing these Odins, man. The Odin spam is great. Ooh, Zaya player though, he's going in for more. I mean, at parties you don't want to double dip, but in Valorant, it's perfectly normal, even rewarded at times.
Without a doubt, I mean.
Oh, that shock dart. Yikes! Oh, it actually finds Saya player. What a shock dart from Euron. Gets the one. That's
well placed, but apart from that, you know, after a little bit of pressure onto B, the rest of the team already rotated closer towards A. Excurate and Izu better be ready.
Last has been spotted already. That is a magical camera there. And Izu, boy, is playing with the hearts here. He cannot get denied. It's all down to Euron. Chases it right in. Time and everything. Very much against the fans, you know, on our microphones. But they do be faithful to T1. And T1 is not disappointing at all here, Quack.
None whatsoever. At least not for this round in the books. It is that half buy coming out from Zeta. T1 has to definitely make their buy count. Saya off the Blaze, if anything. And with the way that they're positioned right now, not seeing anything towards mid, not really giving out too much. Just ready with that Odin. Depp is all gonna really fall down onto him unless that Odin spam from for Carpe gets so much more value. Saya player getting a little bit too heated on Heaven there, forced to dash away. But this heavy contact from Zeta Division pays off. They'll be able to pick up all the weapons, get them upgrades, and even use that Killjoy lockdown from the extra sauce. But can they break it though? Doors opened up already here. It will get broken because of the trade, but Sugar Zero does get that pick off. 2 versus 3. Extra getting close onto the site. Gives away his position. Smoke gives him a little bit of cover, but also separates the rest of the team right now as Saya player whiffs the blades, gives the chance. Division live. So now 3 to 5. The buy's back on their side.
Also,
T1 just, yeah, not quite synchronized.
Sorry, I just wanted to add as well. It felt like the nano swarms that we saw Laz throw was in benefit for T1, but it actually works a little bit differently there, just to flush out, you know, certain corners and stuff. Plus, again, if it's your own teammate's nano swarm, you take somewhat reduced damage, so you can swim in it theoretically, you know. So you can use that as some form of aggressive push strat. Speaking of aggressive push strats, Saya player, he doesn't have a tailwind inside of the smoke. Is he gonna risk it? No, never mind, he just backs away.
Yeah, Zeta, knowing that there has been a lot of noise, a lot of presence that they made previously towards this mid area. T1 definitely coming in to investigate, so not wanting to challenge them all too long, not at least until, you know, a piece of utility like the turret gives it up. Now they know, all right, there are some players up towards A short.
30 seconds.
They are running out of time. It might just come down to this crazy execute, last-ditch effort.
What?
Carpe has the Nightfall too. Oh, this is not going to work out too well for ZETA.
Oh yeah, they could be swimming in this with very much reduced HPs. Saya players already looking for the lurk right now. Carpe pushes up, gets immediately traded in. 14 seconds. If Sugar Zero can find something, which he absolutely does. There's a chance, there's a world where they can plant the spike in, but Saya player is wreaking too much havoc on that flag. Thankfully enough, Yura answers in kind. And Rossi placing the back of the site. Euron, he's absorbing the snake bite to position himself for a better peek. But it doesn't work out. It's a 1 versus 1. Captain Laz! Once again,
inside of the smoke. Not to mention Sugar Zero picking out that multi-kill. Really turns things around.
Where is this blade going? Clearing up the entirety of A main as well as wine, just in case somebody creeps up in there. Pop shot on short with the Marshall. Not sure if that was heard properly by ZETA. Regardless of which, it's going to be a mid push anyways.
Yeah, making use of that movement speed. Depp has cut through Market Pizza before, but now he's up against Saya.
He doesn't hit. He's chasing him down. Oh, maybe a little bit too much, but still works out for Depp. Clean takes, great flash. 2 players on the site. It's going to be Carpe somewhere hidden on B. Huge hunt, maybe a couple of pop shots through the smoke. This wall from the Viper is giving some cushion right now, Quack, for the rest of T1. ZETA Division, they are cool, calm, and collected. They got 40 seconds. They can let them cook. They can wait for the utilities and make something happen. And through all of this, Izu actually TPs at the back of the site. What a hero. But can his added presence on B actually assist the rest of T1? That is the biggest question here. Eskrit has fallen down already. Izu's down to 12, 25 seconds. And it's not working out too well. There's Carpe through it all. And it's all down to Rossi, so some pretty big utility used by T1 and ultimately still giving up the B side in the end.
Look, this is ZETA's map. It's one of their home maps, just as Will pointed out during the map selection phase. They're very comfortable with this. They know how to work around this classic agent composition on this map. Izu, you know, might have been able to, you know, teleport over to assist the team, but with nothing but a Sheriff, it's just tough. And you got it, like you mentioned, Esther, right? It's awesome how ZETA was viable, but let us see.
That was Euron also using his drone very early on, only spotting out Excurate. So if T1's plan is to rile up a bit of utility here from ZETA, mission is successful already, and you can already see ZETA very much kind of scratching their heads where they are. That's why you're seeing so much rotation coming in from depth, from the players on short, and they're scrambling.
Wow, just feeling that pressure. Still though, Tree, that's going to be a big stack. Without the flashes, how do you break through it? Saya, he's going to have to find that contact, and he's going to have to do it safely.
Execute though, he snuck in.
No way.
Euron's not even aware of this. He's just looking towards mid. And Execute has found his access all the way through spawn. Here comes the push out on short.
No way.
Euron's actually looking on his own side of the spawn. He's aware of this, but the damage is being done already by T1 here onto the site. And Euron misses the timing there. Execute's flank perfect. Sure, it's going to get traded out, but the damage be done. The site secured, and T1 has every bit of advantage taken to put themselves in a better spot in post-plant.
That actually worked. Oh, okay. I can't believe it. Execute looking through all the way like that with the toxic screen that ZETA thought was kind of just left alone. Now with the retakes, how do you fall through?
They're just brute forcing their way. Let's see how well their brute force is going to work out. I mean, Sugar Zero and Depp is dealing some damage. Is there any smokes that, again, Sugar Zero can put himself on? Half on the defuse. He's got to have to hold this for his teammate, and he does. What heroics from Depp and Sugar Zero, the mainstays of... That was such a big round, too. I mean, imagine losing that. T1 has all the right to bring back a deficit in that 5-7. Speaking of T1, Horse by actually here. Side player with a big dash in, right on top of Generator here, and the damage! Oh boy, the damage very much felt.
Yeah, we don't see this too often. The force buy. ZETA did not expect it whatsoever. They suddenly blinked and 3 members dropped dead.
That's
tough retake. I mean, this is going to have to be a call to a save for me.
Yeah. I mean, both Yoran and Depp are on rifles right now. Guardian and a Phantom. Do not want to give that up. There's even a late lurk coming in here from Xcurit.
That's the scariest thing so far for me. Also.
Lurk?
I mean, yeah, Xcurit,
yeah.
You see this toxic screen, it's always placed up towards B. That's the power of the double controller. ZETA's always going to have to be wondering, is someone going to make use of this? Are they actually going to push through to B now? Or how do we position ourselves?
Last player standing.
Yikes. You know what? I'll double up on that.
A very good composition, and you can see what it's used for. Of course, it takes a team like T1 to actually make it effective.
Fair.
Yeah, we can't do this in our premier games at home.
Are you saying the Banana Boys can't make it happen?
Banana Boys.
Actually, I can't remember the name of our team now. I'm so sorry to every teammate that hears this from our team, our premier team. Anyways, back into the nitty-gritty. They're really important.
Yeah, we lost the Guardian. Only Depp has the hero Phantom right now.
Yeah. This is not looking too hot here for ZETA Division. T1 taking their sweet time, seeing if there's any nooks and crannies that there's any littered ZETA players. Would be great if they can get that quick 4-5. But even if it's not, I mean, just a full force on the B side or on any side, it's going to be much to handle, especially when Depp, the only, as you mentioned, lone Phantom player is stuck somewhere here on mid, but never mind. They actually are slowly going up onto short. He's alone by himself, though, but he's got the weapon.
It's a one and done.
30 seconds left.
Can't quite commit to the spray, so got the one. Rossi trades right back. Now A site is open. The rest of them might be able to sneak back in to maybe retrieve the weapon, but I don't know how much that is going to do.
Well, I mean, if they push up onto short, they're going to pick up at least 2. They want to open that door. They want to punish whatever they're trying to break through here. 2 from the flank coming in. So that will be Euron as well as Laz now picking it up.
Wow.
Nightfall activated for safety. T1 making things short here, man. And I mean, I don't blame them. They still are at a 2-round deficit, so the more that they can try to secure something in terms of rounds, the better it will be for them. Izu into the corner here. Beautiful stuff coming in from this Omen player of T1, and it's turning into a full-on blast battle. Sugar Zero's just stuck on Generator. That's going to be that for round.
We're talking about that toxic screen, but in this round, they just kind of waltzed into A after taking down Depp. So there are so many things that they can do. Again, buying the attention away because of that toxic screen, or just creating presence around other parts of the map. Of course, now that Depp has kind of lost his life around short by himself, maybe ZETA senses to call for further reinforcements. Is it going to be enough, though?
I mean, at least that recon, that Sova drone does give away something. What aggression here from Depp to swing out. I mean, sure, he's got some safety with that tailwind, but like Elsa, this bro is going into the unknown. That gives up the control of A short. Mid only has a measly alarm bot activated here, so here comes the rest of T1 marching in, barging in. But wait, hold on. I haven't seen the rotation here from ZETA yet. They've actually brought in Depp at the back of the site. If this is a full commitment here from T1, they might not know what they can uncover at the back at this entire B site. Excuse me, so I'm fumbling, because right now, this is gonna go for a full blast fight. And Depp hasn't been spotted just yet. Now they know. There's so much to happen here, and Depp is holding on. The call, the rotation, it's perfect. Xcurit now has the hole. Euron spotted through the smoke by Saya players.
That's the thing about the composition that ZETA are playing. On the defense, it gets a little bit tricky. It kind of turns into that battle of resources.
Yeah.
And, well, players are a resource as well, and right now, apart from players, economy is also something that they're kind of running low on. So we're waiting for that reset, and in the meantime, maybe they can get as much information as to how T1 approaches as much as possible. I think that's why we're seeing this a bit of that B main presence. Toxic screen, nobody's really working their way around it, so maybe Hiroran just kind of goes in and positions himself up there. Meanwhile, the rest of them, they've got some of these sheriffs. Depp on the Blade Storm, just guarding A Heaven.
And this come from ZETA, that everybody uses on Ascent, is that mainstay for such a long for such a
execute again.
Yeah, gets Hiroran just hunker down on B main. Euron's the only one left standing here. They both try to push in, but Execute's timing his reads.
30 seconds left.
He is so ratty.
That's years of FPS experience for you. It's just translating into Valorant pretty well. Sure, he gets shut down by Laz, but 2 kills already. Loss of big firepower on that B site. Time is an issue here.
Oh!
If Laz can connect,
B.
he can convert. Maybe that was something. He needed that second kill on Rossi, though.
Yeah.
Even that first one, it's not going to be enough. He needed to really do something massive.
Oh, let's see if Depp can visualize something. Oh!
Last player
Oh my god, he's just... Yep. He...
How Execute is offing too. Oh, there. He's back.
No, he wants to showcase, why he was the one to be feared before, and the other Bang Bang. Couple of tags here right now for T1. 3-man stack on B. Euron's waiting for any contact as he's preparing the dart already for the push, but T1, they're no fools, man. They will let it cook a little bit. They already got control of that B site, and they can back away if they want to. What's perfect about this is if they do, there's like 2 players that they can catch off on the spawn. It doesn't matter anymore. Sugar Zero's by himself. He really has to just do godly anchoring stuff here or else. Well, he does get 2, but ZETA's never in a spot where they can really be confident in retaking things. And on top of that, the Viper's Pit, which is spewed right in front of them, and T1 coming back with a strong second half, double digits already.
Ever since that, second round force buy, they haven't dropped a single bit. And ZETA, you're starting to think this might be another one of those rounds where they have to kind of half buy it up or save it up. And pretty soon, maybe hopefully a timeout being called by Coach Carlisle. Because again, now showing off some of these executes, right? They get a bit of space, 0. But the response from Depp and, the rest of the squad not quite following through.
It seems like they can't.
Yeah, they had no idea.
Yeah. So it's more of them just hoping that this stack that they're doing in the back of the site is going to be enough. But we've seen it for these multiple rounds already that it really hasn't. So what's the mix-up here for ZETA? What's the call of their IGL to alleviate this? Oh, damn. Yikes! He's down to half.
It's still alive, still kicking. Not quite sure how to adjust around the defense though. T1, with the way that they're playing around this, Depp kind of being beckoned over again.
He readdresses, puts himself right at the start, right at a corner here. And that's not the call, that's not the play that we were looking for, but it's the kill on Saya player, and I mean, simultaneous enough. Excret, hard lurking, Euron.
Oh my god.
I don't know how safe he can really be at this point. He does deal some damage right now, whips out the classic, but even if he can...
Throw you in for one heck of a loop. And it just keeps happening again. Saya picks up quick op kills on his own. Similar to how X would have done so on the B side before. Now, the whole team kind of holding default. Saya looking for an opening pick. The drone ignored.
What a risky position for ZETA to play in. It actually still works out in the end. Excret now should get spotted as well here. as he uses the smokes to get him out of harm's way. We haven't really seen any aggressive push-outs from ZETA at all. No? Like, no Korean flash and dash on mid. If ever we see any of that, it's always just been Depp just swinging out, but that's not going to be enough.
Yeah, I feel like no big reason to, because they're always kind of anticipating that T1 is playing that default, and that's what they're doing this round. Very, very tricky to work off against. So just kind of hanging back, getting the info, playing off of it. Heroed on now.
He's getting chased. Wow, he has to hold
30
this.
seconds left.
He's good enough for the one, though. They do know that Rossi as well as Excurate somewhere stuck on spawn. What is Depp thinking about here?
Whoa!
It's him just thinking about, maybe it's my time to
Being Korea this year, I am expecting for someone to bring that trophy home. But apart
so
from
close
that
to home too.
Exactly, right? Still, this round, Saya still on that off, very scary. Euron back on the Odin. Just kind of posted up.
What a risky spot for Depp too.
Excurate still lurking.
I mean, this time though, they've put a lot more bodies into trying to deal with Excurate.
Here.
Now that they don't see anybody on B main, you can see the rotation from Blaz right now. If he can maybe stop Excurate from breaking this alarm bot and shutting him down, that could be something if he pushes on A main here. Sugar Zero. Ooh boy. But again,
Get out.
Depp's still on the corner.
It's very important that ZETA does not like move too much right now. Because if they get punished by Excurate, or if Excurate goes in deep enough, then some rotations might come through. We got 45 seconds left.
Oh, this is the worst case scenario right now for ZETA. This push out on short, if Huron can't hold this, Depp's hold on this boost spot for the past minute or so is going to be nasty.
Okay, Poison Cloud. Oh, ooh.
He does get one. He dashes over, but gets immediately traded. Activates the Hunter's Fury, and Huron holding on.
Oh!
And he does blast Excurate away. That's a spike drop down on short too. 12 seconds. So unless Saya player can take down 4 players in 2-second intervals each with 8 seconds left, quick maths for you, this should be another round for ZETA Division.
I was not able to calculate or catch any of that, but yeah. I couldn't find any other kills off of his lurk. It's that much easier for ZETA to go through. Now, here's a different aggressive play from ZETA. Depp.
Oh, enemy battle in the air! And that's going to be Depp winning it out against Saya player. Still, though, quick little trade as Carpe finds Huron. It's ZETA wanting to get the one-up onto T1 here. It is trade for trade. There is that quick TP at the back of the site. Is it going to be full committance? Depp.
No.
The World Theft activated as well. Izu did commit his use on from the shadows to the back of sight, but the spike did not come with him on B. It's still hovering somewhere here on A main in the hands of Carpe.
Exactly, trying to sell a fake.
Cover going
but Depp kind of saw a glimpse of something towards top mid, so he has an idea. Rest of the team just split up, trying to get the information around the sites. Izu, though, could still be a very deadly force. If he even gets one frag, that is quite a bit of damage.
Absolutely, especially with 2 players already committed to hold this B position, but they're calling them back?
Oh.
They have 30 seconds. They can do this, but
Gonna have to be a really slow creep.
30 seconds
they
left.
have to run for it, though. Again, it'll take like 10, 15 seconds, but they're coming back to B once again.
Laz has lockdown. Laz's turret. Back towards A.
They're just
Izu.
about to touch tips.
Oh.
There you go. Depp's gotten the first one. Nightfall activated. They'll trace everyone at the back of A.
ZETA Division, they are so much more rejuvenated and ready.
Depp's got his operator out.
Close.
Truly close indeed. Saya player, though, chasing him to the ends of the earth. He wants that contact play in motion, but off-cap kills Huron and Depp. Rossi and Saya answers back. Last at the back of the site. Gets some coverage on the smoke by his teammate. Has to hold. If he makes any big noise, that could give Rossi an opportunity here. As you do see Izu slowly creeping his way onto fast lane. The fragment's perfect. That does force back Rossi for the moment here. Rossi's just trapped. He bumped himself into the corner. And it's all down to Izu. 50 seconds, spike in hand. He's pushing himself forward. He knows he can't plant the spike without them punishing him, so he might as well just be proactive with this one. And Laz finds him with the beautiful 3K.
Really trying to throw out, you know, all the remaining cards left in their deck, trying out this different execute. But with the recon, the traps, the cyber cage, it just wasn't quite enough. The ZETA had enough of a read to deal with that. And not to mention, Ash was that controlled that he didn't push past the dark cover, even getting information on towards lane and then peeking out for the final two. Oh, what is this now?
They're making a lot of noise here. What is happening for Excurate? He's already been spotted! Euron coming in from the pinch all the way from downtown onto short. Snake Bite activated here on A main. Maybe to stop any pushers out from ZETA Division, but ultimately also stops T1 from pushing up into A main right now.
Yeah, man. Mega impact kill. Excurate has been such an annoying lurk for the past several rounds. Now they're just like, you know, if he's going to be alone this round, you know, previous round they tried the B push, they're not going to try it again. Let's punish him.
That was also the first time that we've seen that pinch play come out from ZETA, so
yeah,
that's the reason why I kind of freaked out a little bit.
I'm freaking out right there with you, dude. Now it's going to be a 4-on-5 without Excurate. That's a lot of pressure off of ZETA's shoulders.
True, but all things can always be turned up.
This is for that overtime or bust, man.
Yes, for sure.
Not to mention, you know, ZETA can still play it safe. Last still has the lockdown for the retake.
They do have this smoke, though.
Bring them down.
With the Prowler combination, it
30
pushes
seconds
back
left.
so much. You can't see Laz has to hold on for his teammate, but it's the beautiful bait and switch. Now, there's going to be the plant on the spike.
Locked down.
Spike
Locked
planted.
down.
They do have it. Rossi's going to hold the angle here. No, two of them will actually do so. Crossfire's bound. Euron's finally shut down here, but this could become deadly, which it does. Izu gets spotted out. Rossi's already done his damage. Carbe's going to have to come big with the Guardian. Not going to happen for now. And now Rossi, 50 HP.
What are you going to do?
Locked down. He has to cross or even get a kill. If he does, maybe he has his ultimate. I don't know. He's there. He's there with him. But again, the detain is looming over his head. And ZETA Division almost looking to get tripped up on map 1.
Defenders
Come back
win.
with a 13.